Well, hello there, my ALCS friends. Okay, I'm finally making that video I promised. The video that shows you how to go from Google Classroom to Renweb in a snap. So, let me start off. I've tried to do Renweb to Google Classroom. We've all been so used to putting all of our assignments and everything in Renweb that Google Classroom has been played as like the secondary classroom for us. But we're going to flip the script. Google Classroom is going to be your primary, and then Renweb is your secondary. Now Renweb, you still have to put your lesson plans in, and you do need to still make some other little edits, but you can do all of your assignments and all of your grading in Google Classroom, and then go to Renweb, and with a couple clicks of a couple buttons, everything will appear, and it's amazing. So let's get started. First, you can see here that we're in my Google Classroom, all of my Google classes. I'm going to go ahead and take you to 6th grade Bible, okay? And I'm going to go to classwork, and I will show you that I have created a few assignments for the week. So, you can see here that they have their homework, just 2 nights this week, and then they have their test on Friday, which is just the first 5 books of the Bible. Easy peasy. So you can see that all of this is in here, and you can see all of my other assignments are in here as well since the beginning of school. So put them all in here. Make sure when you put in your stuff that you make sure you put all your descriptions, everything you want looking pretty, all right here. Alright? And then everything's filled out the way you want it. Make it pretty in Google Classroom. And then you can assign it, schedule it, however you're going to do it. Okay? Also, when you are grading, you're going to want to put all your grades in here. So, for example, let's see. Oh, look at how beautiful. They're all graded and turned in. I was looking for one. I thought I had one that wasn't finished. Oh, maybe I accidentally did it. Anyhow, so let's just click on this one. You're going to want to make sure that all of your assignments have been graded, and even if they haven't, that's fine. If they're missing, they're not turned in, you can just leave them and it'll sync over into like as a blank, and then you can put the M code or the E code for excused or whatever code you want to put in Renweb. So those are a couple little things you're going to have to do in Renweb, because you can't put letter codes in Google Classroom. So you just leave it blank, or give them a 0, as I do after a week is over. But you can see here all my kids are graded, and make sure they were all returned. If they're all saved, if they're saved as a draft, they're not going to sync over. So make sure you've returned everybody's work. Okay? So that's the first thing, is to make sure you have your assignments in and all of your grading is the way you want it. And then you can go ahead and go over to your Renweb, and I have my Bible up here. Obviously you can see why I picked Bible. They're doing miraculously, right? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go to the add assignment. You saw I had 2 assignments there, and we're not going to add anything in this section yet. Go ahead and scroll down. And you'll see when you scroll all the way down the bottom, you get to this Google Classroom box. Go ahead and click it. Now, Justin was amazing, and anybody who had a Google Classroom, he linked it to Renweb for us. If that hasn't happened, this won't happen for you. Okay? So make sure that if you have a Google Classroom, that it was linked by Justin, which I'm pretty sure he did everybody's, because he got that email. So hopefully he did this for you. Okay? And then create new. You're going to hit that Dorito chip. This is the cool thing. Anything that you have not synced into Renweb yet is going to pop up here. Anything that's already been synced in and has set an assignment to will not show up. So once you sync it, you can't, it's done, it's there. Okay? So, Bible book practice right here. And then I have the other one. So I can't do both of them at the same time. Do one at a time. So I'm going to go ahead and just click on this one. And yes, I want to load that. And you will see, look at here. Look at here, look at here. The due date's already there. the time that it's due is there. Now, obviously, I'm doing this on Monday, so it's going to show that that's the date assigned. It's going to show a little differently in Google Classroom, but that's okay. The kids have been checking Google Classroom, not really Renweb. You can see that all of the instructions that I put are already here. The name is the same as in Google Classroom, which is beautiful. All I have to do is add the category, and this is homework. And, oops, down here, save and close. Poof. Ta-da! All right, add another assignment. So this is why I like to do my lesson plans, then add my assignments, go do my grading for that class, and then I come back to Renweb and I do this. And I'm going to scroll up, make sure it's in the right category, save and close. Alright, so to start my week off, I already have all of my assignments in Renweb that are going to be graded and completed this week, okay? This upcoming week. Now, here's a beautiful thing. All these grades, Bible homework, September 3rd, not loaded. You know what I can do? I can do a couple things. I can load Google Grades right here, and I can load whatever I want. Bible homework, 9-3. There we go. Or, if I want, I can click this all button. It's a beautiful thing. You can see it's all in categories too, because I put the same categories that I have in my Renweb in Google Classroom. Oh, beautiful. Look at that. Okay, so that's one way. So, and then I could click this load button and it would automatically load and populate all of those empty spaces. Or you can click on the actual assignment and then click on load Google Grades. Now when I do this, it's just going to automatically load them. Alright? So, I didn't do it. I'm going to go ahead and, this is the way I do it, guys. If I know I've just finished all my grading for that classroom, I'm just going to go here and click load. Ta-da! It's done. Look, it's all there. And then anything else, I went and gave her a 0, and then I went and gave this student, I should say her, sorry, but I went ahead and gave this student a 0 for another assignment. These are the assignments we haven't done yet. That's another assignment we haven't done it. This is one of my my EL students, so you know I give this student a little extra grace with getting their stuff in. But yeah, I can look and see that, oh, that one I need to give that one a 0. And what I can do is I can just go back to my Google Classroom, go back to Classroom, and I'm going to look up that, was it 9-4? Oh, no, that was a test. I'm not going to give her a 0 on the test because she turned in a recording and the recording didn't have any sound. So I'm not going to do that to her. She's going to re-record for me. But yeah, if I needed to, what I would have done is I would have gone to Google Classroom, put the 0 there, and then just put load Google Grades again. And again, you could just click the all button instead of trying to find it and click load. And if I had changed it, anything I would have changed and returned and made sure that it was not saved as a draft in Google Classroom would automatically repopulate here to show those changes. So yeah, it's super easy. All of a sudden, now all my grades are in. So you only have to technically put grades in one spot. One spot, guys, like amazing, right? And then I personally, a little old school here, but I like to have a copy, like a hard copy of my grades. Just in case, you know, technology takes a dump, who knows? I like to have that hard copy. And I just print those from Renweb and then just put them in a binder and then kind of keep them that way. But anyhow, this is wonderful. This is great. My grades are all in. Everything's updated. And it took just a matter of a few minutes. I think what takes the longest is creating the assignment. And making sure that all your online learners have everything that they need to access. And then your lesson plans. But we already do lesson plans all the time. So, super easy, guys. If you need help, please let me know. I know some of you have tried to resync some of your old assignments to Google Classroom. It doesn't work that well. I would say just start fresh now with whatever you have from here on out, and kind of just make notes as to which assignments are kind of the old school way that you didn't have them synced. That way, from here on out, you can just start entering all your grades in this way and all of your assignments this way. So then that way, it's just easy. It takes a lot less time. It flops right into Renweb for you, and I've actually been on top of all of my grading because of this, because I love it. I love that there's not a pile of grading in front of me. I don't know, but something about seeing a big old pile is overwhelming versus just going here and kind of looking over and seeing what needs to be turned in and what hasn't. Like, look, I love this. There's like 0 that's like beautiful, and then I can get rid of it because it's done. So all of these little tricks have actually helped my brain get things done and be more on top of it and more efficient. So you can see that I have a few things that here I'm waiting for a few students. Here I'm waiting until I get back to my classroom where I have all my answer keys. Same thing here. This kid I gotta check on, and then here, that's mine. I gotta go back and check on those. But yeah, easy smeezy. Okay? If you have any questions, you need any help, please let me know. I'm always here, and I don't have any problems helping you guys. Send me an email, because I tend to leave the campus a little early to keep the numbers down in the classrooms. But hey, I'm here to help you. Alright? Bye guys!